All right, guys. Here's a live trade I'm in on the Mini Dow. It's Mini Dow futures, and I thought I'd make a video on this for two reasons. One is it's a futures market, which I don't trade that often. Outside of equities and forex, I really don't dabble in too many futures markets due to their position sizing requirements are a bit off for me. It makes it a little bit more difficult to trade and position size properly, which I'm pretty big on here. So when I do trade a market like this, it generally is a touch trade because it allows me more flexibility and more comfort with the position sizes with these markets here. So this is actually a market I traded earlier this week too, which I didn't have a chance to post about, so I'm not going to go over too much, but we are back near that area where I shorted, which was right around here, and we had a huge drop off. And again, I had been speaking about it actually really only on the public forum this time around about this type of situation I was looking for, and it was basically price closing underneath a major box area and pulling back into this pivot here Monday. So Monday I said this is a great area. Price can have a very difficult time getting back above this box consolidation before testing downwards. And again, a lot of people were thinking, oh, here we go, we're bullish. Look at this bullish bar here. We're very bullish here. It's time to buy. And the problem is you're buying into such a strong supply and demand area, as you'll hear it referred to. And again, I just look at it as support and resistance area when you have this clustering or this boxing. So once again, though, we're back in this unique situation here where we have this huge bullish outside bar. So a lot of people are thinking buy, buy, buy. It's time to go long. And the way I look at it is really this is a great opportunity for a low risk entry, touch trade entry on a short. We have this descending trend line. We have price closing towards this pivot, but it's really closed under it. Look how it closed under the last cluster of highs. It's closed under these clusters here. And again, it's closed right around this area that gapped here. But for me, this is really under the major support and resistance area. So the reason this is appealing, and again, this is what's unique about it, is that the next bar open, which is right on where we are here, and my entry is a little bit higher. I actually got in before the market closes for 45 minutes. I got in at 169.15. But again, close enough here is that the market's open. So basically, any push higher is going to be right immediately into this trend line. And then that means price should immediately retreat. If it does not, I will cut out. So I put a stop loss, closer to 17 just to see if we get sort of a wick, some sort of price moves higher and then moves lower and we can move our stop loss above there. But, at $5 a tick here, the risk of this situation is relatively low for me, and that's what makes it so appealing, because what I do believe is that the market really wants to test this rising trend line here. So you can see price really sort of squeezing in this sort of channel here, and we didn't quite get there. And these have been perfect touches, and we're just sort of missing this area. So again, if I zoom in, this trend line really looks like that. So there's a very strong possibility to me to just see price drop straight down here, and test this trend line before maybe then becoming bullish or breaking out to the downside. And again, there's been a lot of bearish price action here after this boxing here. So as long as we remain under this box, I'm still pretty bearish on the situation. Again, if we do get out of here and I get stopped out, there's a good chance that area holds a support. We work into the top of this box. So, these are the types of situations that I really find unique, and I think it's a high reward type scenario here for the risk on this type of situation. All right, guys. So again, I've just got ahead here and moved my stop down. We can see this trend line holding here. We can see the bears kicking in, and it's really the only point that the bears are still going to be able to hold, and that's what's really appealing about the situation, is that if I'm going to be right here, it's going to be pretty quick, and it's going to be again against this bullish outside bar, which looks so bullish to so many people, is going to be a potentially really strong move here. So again, I've reduced my risk in terms of the touch trade in half here, and it's about to be the open here, so let's see if we can get a further move down. All right, guys. So obviously, price dropped like a rock, and this is really the situation I was expecting. And I think that it's it's great that it happened, but we're also aware that our risk was always managed well, and that's really what's most important to me. So stops at break even, obviously a really nice move here. I do expect this trend line to be tested. You can see my take profits right near yesterday's low. This is one of those situations where it's really tempting to see if does this close as a bearish outside bar and then we get a breakout. But the reality is, in this situation, it's such a healthy profit. I'd rather just reevaluate. If this closes as a bearish outside bar, I'm okay with reselling and taking a new trade. I don't need to catch the whole thing here. Obviously, from a touch trade like this is a really strong trade. So again, I'm gonna look to close out. You can see it pushing there now. And again, I might even manually close this in a little bit here. So again, I'll update this quickly if we do. All right, guys. So we're real close to my take profit here. I just closed this one out here. So really, really just nice trade. I mean, these are beauties when they happen. And again, uh, these touch trades are trickier. I did a video a few weeks ago about introduction to touch trading and understanding, confluence of these areas and whatnot. So again, hopefully that this video goes well with that last video.